Today, we're working on All Reliable here, my Honda Accord or Acura Integra, wherever the hell it is. She was misfiring like you would not believe. I barely made it through the busiest intersection in Junction in a car with no registration and no plates, so I didn't want to get pulled over. We're probably chasing an injector issue. Luckily, we've got some fancy tools which should help us with that. So step one is remove the hood, so we can see what we're doing.
Step one's remove the hood.
Nissan top tip, always put paint to paint.
Aha! Well, there's your problem.
That's the one.
Okay, so we're back probing it while it's still plugged in, and we're getting a pulse width of 146 milliseconds. Yeah, 146 milliseconds. That's not right. All right, so that's what it's saying on cylinder 1. Let's check cylinder 2. Pulse width should be like 2 or 3 milliseconds max.
Not 142?
No! The injector should not be staying open for 1/10 of a second every time.
It's a high performance engine.
No. Huh. I think maybe we're misinterpreting the reading we're getting.
What'd you do there?
Oh, I changed the trigger. That looks correct.
Yeah, it does. Okay, that makes sense.
That does make sense. Oh, that absolutely makes sense. Okay. We were reading the time it was low, not high. We had it set Nissan style, but this isn't a Nissan.
No.
So, as we learned with the Nissan, make sure your trigger settings are correct or you're going to be chasing your tail for a year. All right, go back to number 1. Same, only the same. All right, so the signal from the ECU to there is the same for both cylinders.
Yeah. So injectors can fail a couple ways. They can fail electrically, meaning the actual electric coil that fires the injector could potentially be bad. Or they can just plug up full of shit. And you know what? I haven't touched a fuel filter on this thing. It's hanging by one screw. Like it's not, someone like got in there to do it and ran out of motivation, which has actually so far been a theme for everything we've touched on this car. The blower motor had no screws in it, was just hanging there. Everything has so far just been half-assed.
The oil pan gasket.
Oil pan gasket, so we didn't film that, but I changed oil pan gasket on this.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were bolts missing. I reached up and hand unthreaded most of them. They weren't even pretend tight. It was so bad.
Shall we test the resistance through the coil in the injector?
That's what I was getting to. So you can take your fancy meter here. I have no idea what the value is supposed to be.
Okay.
Some are going to be high, some, I don't know.
Let's find out.
That's why I'm comparing.
Number 2 works great.
12
ohms.
12.2 ohms.
Okay.
So that, okay, fine. Take injector number 1.
12.5 ohms. So that's fine.
So that should be fine. So in theory, what that means is while the injector may actually be pulsing, it's either full of crap, they have filters in them, or screens, and sometimes they literally just fill full of crap. We found a remanufactured injector in town. There's a possibility we might be able to just clean this one.
All of the mistakes you can make that cost you money, let's do it on this car before we do it on that car.
Okay, so there it is.
Yeah. It's schmooey.
I mean, we could put 12 volts to it and see
what happens.
Chunks in my hand. Real problem is, we don't know what it's supposed to do. Let's pull the second one.
Let's pull number 2.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Look how different those are. The tips here are different sizes.
Oh,
The rings on
yep.
the top are different.
All right.
The filters are different.
He's not wrong about that. Appears to be the same amount of movement.
This is going to come out in one nice, beautiful piece. Because staying positive is important. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I really went all in on that one.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, so we're gonna switch injectors.
Yes.
I don't think injector 1 and injector 2 are even the same height. I don't even think they're for the same car. Okay, so from where it seats to the top of the fuel rail, 62.9.
Okay.
From where this one seats to the fuel rail, 59 and a half. So what I noticed is I went to seat the fuel rail down, and because this one was next to this one can slide in and out on the rail, while this one stays hard and seated.
For now.
We're just gonna throw them in and see what
Yeah,
works.
see what happens. Well, that's interesting.
The filter was the problem.
I don't think that's my takeaway.
Okay.
So we learned a couple things. Number one, we know for sure the car has at least one wrong injector. Number two, we learned that the injector, the first one we took out, probably had a bunch of crap stuck inside it that we broke free, and now it's moving just fine.
Hopefully.
It seems to run much better now.
It hasn't idled that thing in a while.
You know what the Nissan had? What my Nissan had when I got it? A box of like a 4-bottle entire fuel system cleaning treatment thing. You want that?
Is it free?
It's free and it's name brand.
Is it getting better the more we talk about it?
Absolutely.
So fuel injector cleaner and hit the road, see what happens.
That's it.
All right. Until next time, you beautiful machine.
Yeah, too bad it doesn't have a trailer hitch. We could tow something really heavy so that way you can just full throttle forever. Check us out. It's the next day, I believe, and I brought some gifts for John and the Carfoolery Magic Honda. Let me show you what we brought. When I was first looking, I found this on accident. Seafoam. We have never seafoamed anything. I remember buying it and I wanted to seafoam the MR2, and then I got too afraid to do it because it says it fixes anything that could ever go wrong with your car. It says it fixes somehow. So that sounds sketchy to me. And then this was in the Nissan when I got it for free, and it is a 3M fuel system tune-up kit. We got that, throttle plate and carb cleaner, do-it-yourself intake system cleaner, and the complete fuel system cleaner. So
That's gonna be like a smoke
shell.
15 minutes it takes to blow this can.
Dude, when are we gonna do it?
Right now.
Right now?
Right
Oh,
now.
man, I am so stoked.
Do it. It smells like carb brake clean? It
It's
smells like
just
brake
brake
clean.
clean.
It's just brake clean.
Oh. Wee.
Feel pretty good about that.
A half.
All right.
That's about half?
A half.
Next bottle.
Improves fuel economy for all gasoline engines.
That smells like a Sharpie.
Mm-hmm.
Remove cap and seal, pour contents into fuel
What's that one smell like?
tank. Kind of gross, like a sweaty fart.
I don't like that one. I don't like that one at all.
Yeah, sweaty fart for sure.
All right, dump it in.
Does it say how much to put in?
All of it.
Product placement. See that? How many ounces are in this?
That many.
Oh, jeez.
A soft bristle brush may be needed to remove stuttered deposits.
Well, let's see how stubborn.
Completely dry off any remaining cleaner before reassembling and restarting the engine.
If mass airflow sensor cleaner, it'll just rev right up as soon as we fire her.
Alright. Throttle body, not me.
More is better.
Sounds like a pool of shit in there, John.
Oh, there is now, yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally dripping up.
Man.
So, start it up.
like 750 RPM.
It's right where it should be.
Is that it?
That's it. That's everything.
Well, it worked.
Only thing left to do is register it, drive it for a while, slam some tanks of fuel through it. I tell you what, we'll register it tomorrow. Tomorrow.
I've heard that before.
It will be done tomorrow. It will be so done tomorrow. You are welcome to come steal it.
I do love this thing.
So the next chapter in this video series will be rescuing it from whatever Ryan does to ruin it. She lives to tell another tale.